Hey YouTube. It is July 3rd, 2025, sometime in the afternoon. If I look a little rough in this video, it is because I am a little rough in this video. Why? Because today is the first day of summer school for Gray. Um, and that is after Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 6 days. He has 6 days of summer vacation in crappy weather in a one room homeless shelter. So, the purpose of this video is to unpack what it's like in a homeless shelter with a nonverbal autistic child in one room during summer vacation. So, we are, like I say, it's a hotel. We're on the fifth floor. There is a dining kitchen area on the second floor that is open from 6 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock for lunch, and 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock for dinner. The times change based on their scheduling and their staffing and whatever their moods are, apparently, sometimes. I got kind of dispensation after a month of really freaking out about it because Gray is autistic. He's a picky eater. He eats what he wants to eat when he wants to eat it, and if you don't have it, he will beat himself in the head or starve himself. So I got permission to feed him whenever he gets hungry, so that takes care of him. It doesn't necessarily take care of me. I have to make sure I eat when he eats. So a typical day on summer vacation is Gray being up at the butt crack of dawn, asking me for a phone, asking me for a tablet, asking me for candy. Those are his three favorite things: phone, tablet, candy. His tablet is broken right now. Something happened with one of the screen sides where I can't see it anymore. So we are tablet free, just raw dogging life. It's not fun. He has my phone. My phone is also glitching and not holding a charge. I think I'm at 90%, but it's been charging for 12 hours now, which is ridiculous. Let me try to stay on focus. Sorry. Okay, so we wake up. He's up between 6 and 7. I try to make sure I'm up by 7:30 just to make sure that he has something to eat. Um, we are limited in what we can eat. He will not eat anything that the shelter serves us. They give us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He won't eat bananas. He'll eat bananas and he'll drink the juice. That's it. So his food is usually noodles or cheese bread or pizza, but pizza's not really good in the microwave, like not to cook the frozen pizza. There's a Papa John's about 5 blocks down, so we go there and get Papa John's and have it like playground walking type of thing. Um, so he has breakfast, and then depending on the weather, which for most of his summer vacation was craptacular. It's just now starting to get nice, but it's already gone hot. Like it's 1 o'clock. I'm baking in this room. Um, so for most of the time, it is from 8 o'clock in the morning until about 12 of just keeping him occupied. I have a stack of homework from his teacher. I divide it up into what kinds of tasks they are. Like these are coloring pages, these are writing pages, these are cut and pasting pages, and I get it all organized and I try to make him do stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, as a teacher for 15 years, I effing hate teaching my own child. I am well aware that he has PDA. I am well aware that he is a very silly child and he laughs all the time and he thinks everything is a joke or a game. And for the most part, I know that that is the universe telling me to settle myself down and stop taking things so seriously. But the universe probably shouldn't have waited until I was almost freaking 40 to send me this because I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm premenopausal, and I'm aggravated. And I want this kid to just freaking write the letter that he knows to write. And then in my head, it's all like if Johnny had 5 apples and I'm cussing and it's not fun. So basically, in a nutshell, that's why this child will never be homeschooled. He will always have to go to another person because I know for a fact, given the restraint collapse that we go through almost every afternoon, that he is an angel sweetie pie at school. All the teachers love him. Everybody likes him. Everybody knows his name. He doesn't give a crap about anybody except for me and himself. But he is very popular. He's a very popular guy. He's very good looking. But that being said, terrible to teach, terrible to hang out with. I take him to the playground. There's a playground 2 blocks up and over. It's a very nice playground. Unfortunately, it is the dumping ground of all of these area programs because we are in the Park Slope Gowanus area and they have some of the like daintiest little kids I've ever seen. And then my son is massive and giant and black and just like a bowling ball on the playground. So playgrounds are like the seventh dimension of hell for me, and I just kind of sit there and try to survive it. He has a game that he likes to play called Tickle, which is basically what it sounds like. I chase him through the playground, and when I catch him, I tickle him. He loves it. It's 95 fucking degrees. Sorry for the word, but come on. You know I do not want to chase him. You know I do not want to tickle him. I do not really even want to be here. I'm 45. I don't want to leave the house if I don't have to. All of my stuff is here, and there's air conditioning. So playground's hell. Take him because I love him. He has a good time. We come home. I tried to do the playground time as later in the afternoon as possible. So, like I say, we can do that Papa John's loop. We walk up a couple more blocks and loop around, get Papa John's. And that's a pretty tolerable walk altogether. Um, he has summer rising from 12 o'clock until 3 or 5, depending on whether I pick him up or the bus drops him off. Right now it's going to be 3. And he has his IEP academic school year from 8 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock. So he has a full day. Um, as a person who used to have summer breaks, I do feel kind of bad for him that he is in summer school. But as a person who literally had a meltdown yesterday because summer school started a day later than my mind told me it started, I can't live. I can't live like this. I can't live with Gray every day, all day. As much as I love him, it's not going to happen. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be good for either of us. So he needs to be in school so he can learn how to be an actual person, and I need him in school so that I can remember that I too am an actual person. Um, Yesterday was the last day of summer school. Today was the first day. I mean, sorry, the last day of summer break. Today is the first day of summer school. We are living in one neighborhood. His school is in a neighborhood, I want to say 45 minutes away by car, depending on traffic. So the bus gets here at 6:15 in the morning to take him to school at 8 a.m. Yes, I know, that is a long time. That's what happens when you live near your school and then you become homeless and you get put in a homeless shelter wherever you get put. You don't get to choose the proximity of your school. And you might be saying, well, why don't you transfer him to a closer school? Because he's autistic and I like his school and the people like him and everybody knows him and he's been there. And when we sign, or I already signed the lease, but when we get the keys to the new apartment, that's when it's going to be time for the big change. So I think second grade will be better for the big change. Summer school, he should stay where he already is. So that's my plan on that. Last year we had a pretty good time of it. They weren't 100% geared toward special needs children, but except for not talking, Gray, well, he wasn't potty trained last summer. Let me throw that out there. So they had how old is he? He was 5 going on 6. They had a 5-year-old, massive, that they had to change pull ups, and they weren't happy about that. But he did get potty trained in February, so yay, Gray. He still won't wipe his butt, but that's another story. I shouldn't be telling his business like that, but that's what it is. So, yeah, so he had a really good experience last year. They're long days, but they do lots of activities. They make it fun for the kids, so I'm happy for them. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't even care if they made them do homework all day, every day, because he's a butt, and when he's a butt, it doesn't make me feel but so sympathetic to him having to be in school longer. You don't want to be in school longer? Maybe you should listen to mommy when she's trying to help you do this worksheet. That's just me. So back to the shelter, in summer break. We have a big screen television here. It's very nice. It has a cable package, so we actually get more cable than I had when I had a full-time job. So say what you want to say about the system with stuff like that. But I have 3 HBO channels. I got to watch almost every single episode of 6 Feet Under during his spring break. And if Game of Thrones hadn't ended so terribly, I could have rewatched the whole season a couple of weeks ago. So it's nice. Um, but again, the tablet is broken. The phone is not working very well. So we are competing for one media setup. And it doesn't always work because his music makes me want to jump out of this window. Except I wouldn't do anything but hurt myself very badly and probably not die. I think that's gonna be it for this one. Summer break in a homeless shelter. 2 out of 10. Wouldn't really recommend. I'm glad that he's back in school because now next week is gonna be my summer vacation, and I'm about to have a good time in the city. All right, so I will talk to you all next time. Bye.